Hello and welcome back to English Learning Hub. Part 8. We are looking at 50 useful TOEFL vocabulary. If you haven't seen the previous parts, we've pasted the playlist link in the description below. Here are the 50 words for today. Let's get into it. Intrusive. State of being inside when not desired to be there by others. The intrusive bacteria caused his condition to worsen. Intuition. An ability to understand something without needing to think about it or use reason to discover it, hunch. He often relies on his intuition rather than analyzing the situation logically. Inundate. To flood, overwhelm. The radio stations were inundated with reports of a severe traffic accident. Investigation. The act or process of examining a crime, problem, statement, etc. carefully, especially to discover the truth. The investigation concluded that the police officer had done nothing wrong. Involuntarily. In an unthinking manner, not chosen, automatically. Arthur shivered involuntarily as he came out of the building. Isolated. To keep separated from others, secluded. The failure of the communications system left the towns isolated. Jargon. Language specific to a profession or activity, terminology. The legal jargon in the contract was confusing. Justify. To show to be right or reasonable, to support, defend. He tried to justify his behavior by saying that he was being pressured unfairly by his boss. Lack. A need for, an insufficient amount, shortage. Despite his lack of experience, he got the job. Lasting. Continuing to exist for a long time or forever. Megan thought her marriage would be a lasting relationship, but it ended just as quickly as it began. Launch. To cause something to begin, initiate. The company launched a new program to attract more clients. Legitimate. Reasonable, lawful, authentic. The engineer had a legitimate reason for changing the design of the building. Lethargy. A lack of energy or commitment, lazy, indifferent. The hippopotamus basking in the sun displayed almost total lethargy. Limber. To be stretched, easily shaped, flexible. He was able to perform the limber movements that are required of a gymnast. Look over. To review something, inspect, examine. He asked his mentor to look over his essay. Magnitude. Of great size or importance, dimension. The magnitude of shock waves determines the damage that occurs during an earthquake. Maintain. To support, to keep in good condition, preserve. The building had to be renovated because it was not well maintained. Mammoth. Very large, enormous. The successful entrepreneur is now known as a mammoth in the computer world. Marvel. Something that surprises or impresses, wonder. The Great Wall of China is one of the world's marvels. Means. Ways, methods. The most convenient means of communicating with someone is by phone. Measurable. Capable of being measured. Objectives should be measurable and achievable. Mediocre. Of average quality, not good or bad, average. This is a mediocre research report. Mimic. To copy an action, imitate. The comedian mimicked the president's gestures. Mindset. An established attitude or mood, mentality. A person is more likely to succeed if he or she approaches projects with a positive mindset. Minuscule. Of little consequence, very small, tiny. The sale of the building had a minuscule effect on the profits of the corporation. Mirror. To show, as in a mirror, reflect. The strength of the economy is mirrored in the standard of living of the people. Moderate. Not too much, not too little, medium. She made the best of her moderate dancing ability. Motion. The act or process of moving, movement. She has a simple golf swing with no wasted motion. Mortify. To embarrass, humiliate. He was mortified upon forgetting his lines during the play. Motivate. To provide a reason or purpose for doing something, encourage. Grades motivate most students to do well in their studies. Mundane. Common or routine, ordinary. His mother asked him to do all the mundane household chores. Mysterious. Not easily understood or figured out, baffling. He had a mysterious effect on everyone who heard him speak. Myth. An invented story or idea, legend. Throughout history, myths were created in an attempt to explain many common natural occurrences. Narrate. To tell a story, relate. The American actor, Morgan Freeman, narrated the documentary film. Narrow. Small in width as compared to length. The road is too narrow for cars to pass. Negligible. Hardly noticeable, scarcely detectable. The proposed route would divert a negligible amount of traffic from the city. Negotiate. To find a middle ground, come to an agreement, bargain. He negotiated with his teacher for an extension on the project. Nevertheless. In spite of that, nonetheless. She was quite sick, nevertheless, she attended all of her classes. Nominal. Very small, in form but not in substance, moderate. The office building was sold at a nominal price. Normally. Commonly, usually, typically. It is normally quite cold this time of the year. Noteworthy. Worthy of notice or attention, notable, remarkable. It is noteworthy that no one at the bank has accepted responsibility for the failure. Notion. An idea, belief, or opinion, concept. Some outlandish notions about the origin of the solar system have been disproved. Novel. Something unusual, uncommon, new, original. The physicist had some novel ideas about traveling at the speed of light. Nurture. To support and encourage the development of something, cultivate. The owner of the vineyard carefully nurtures the grapevines in order to produce the best grapes. Oblige. To have to do something, require. Parents are obliged by law to send their children to school. Oblivious. To be unaware of or forgetful, ignorant. The students were oblivious to the fact that the test would cover the entire chapter. Obsolete. Being old-fashioned, no longer in general use, outdated. Some people believe that writing instruments, such as pencils and pens, will soon be obsolete. Obstruct. To prevent movement, progress, or success, block. Just after the storm, downed trees obstructed many roads in the community. Obtain. To gain or secure something, gain. The university obtained a new particle accelerator. Obviously. In a clear, easy-to-understand way, evidently. She obviously feels that it was important enough to make a stand. Well done for making it all the way through. I have pasted the playlist's link in the description below. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe because more valuable content is on the way. See you in the next videos.